Welcome back to Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth, now with 100% less talking about furries, hopefully. We have two special screenings this time, and I think I should be able to take care of both of them and finish up the final floor of Junesic Land. Yeah, I thought there'd be no new things here. Okay, we have a full Persona stock, so let's see if I can do some fusions. I'm not really suspecting anything, but let's see. Oh, right, we are level 26, so we have access to more stuff. Oh, including Pele. I do like Pele. It's a mythological pick you don't really see that often in Persona. Nue, Titania, and Eligor, huh? Yeah, you already have Scarecrow and Bind Art, so I can have like a combined Bind/Ailment Persona. Though I have two resist passives here that I'm not going to be able to pass down, but I would like to just keep my Ailment Arts going. Especially since ailments are going to work on the next boss. Could also pass Bind Art, Scarecrow, and Mucka Jam down to you, though I will lose Mazio. Okay, I'm doing a down fuse from Matador just to pass, like, my double-triple link combo to more things. Not that you'll, have any link skills to use them with. Need to buy back Matador after this. Still no accidents, and accidents are hilarious, so I want them. Okay, Okuninushi and Queen Mab. I just realized that both Null Confusion and Resist Wind are great for the next boss. Unfortunately, I really want to pass down, like, Bind Arts and stuff, too. Yeah, this is just gonna be, like, my pure anti-Junesic Land boss persona. I'll put you on whoever I don't want to die. Tsuchigumo, Yadagarasu, and Fortuna, huh? Or... oh, I can't pass down Null Confusion and Endure and all that. You are going to learn Double Link naturally, though, so maybe Triple Link, Resist Wind, and Null Confusion. I am Caladrius! I am definitely not going to betray your election hopes by destroying the world. Ooh, one more level. One more wild level. I can get Double Triple Link and Bestial Roar on a really good physical persona. Turns out we actually have 3 special screenings now! And this is one that I've been looking forward to for ages! It might draw in customers. The problem is that, you'd be setting an artwork back in time, and that has a lot of weird, possible implications. Oh, right, no, actually, you're teaching her to draw so that she can draw and put something up. I get the sense that anything Yukiko draws is going to be absolutely horrifying. Like, she probably has that kind of artistic sensibilities. Like, I did not particularly enjoy it, but I watched a YouTube video of somebody turning children's coloring book pages into, like legit full-on body horror artwork, because they're, like, a pro-horror artist. It's interesting, I'll give him that, but it's not something that I'm particularly fond of. But I feel like Yukio would probably end up doing that. It's Ryoma! The other person that Matthew Mercer has voiced. Do you like how they're bringing back the lobster thing? Also, by the way, just a PSA from an Australian. We don't actually call them shrimp in Australia, we call them prawns. So shrimp on the Barbie is a lie. And American propaganda, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I like how Yusuke can instantly tell when somebody is not, putting in their all with art, because he was like that in his Confidant back in P5. Face the shrimp again. Yeah, a list of lines that I really would love to hear Matthew Mercer say. Oh, yeah, by the way, there's a recent trailer for Trails in the Sky, the first chapter, the remake, and, we're getting full Olivier voice acting with Matthew Mercer. That is gonna be so good. I'm sure somebody could edit that to make it look like she's saying simp, simp, simp. For some reason, my first thought with that went to Rhythm Heaven. It has become Shrimp God, Lord of all shrimp. So, I am gonna actually probably put off one of these, because I really want to do that one. So yeah, we got 3 of them. We've got, Meet in the Art of Friendship. Okay, yeah, this one doesn't actually, give a Power of Bonds. That one does, and that one does. Yeah, I generally like to go for the Power of Bonds ones first, but, oh, this one unlocks the fusion for Hair of Inaba. But I think I'd rather go for these, because it'll actually be quite a good contrast in the one episode. A crossover bond that I don't like, and a crossover bond that I do like. Okay, hang on. A gang of macho men is terrorizing the people of Cabo City's 2nd Avenue. When will a real man come and put a stop to such boneheaded machismo? I had that in the deepest, deep voice I could ever deep. A story about a passionate battle between men. Yeah, we're gonna be attacked by a whole bunch of Gigasses. So Kanji is gonna suplex all the Hulk Hogans. That sounds so weird, but... Just say the word and it's Kanji time. Oh yeah, this again. We never really did find out why he was so, staring last time. And if you'll excuse me if I go quiet here, my throat needs a break from all that. Are you one of those people online? Those Mona haters? I feel like even Ryuji would disapprove of the Morgana haters. Like, seriously. I got nothing to say. 5 Cyclops appear. Kanji has 5 Cyclops over all his love of cute things. 3 separate areas. Well, it's basically like the Basalt one. So yes, this is just the appetizer that I'll have to endure before doing the real one that I like. Okay, we're putting in Naoto here. I was about to say we need people to, like, balance out the testosterone, I guess, but, who is, like, the least testosterone person here? It's probably Arn. So, yep, you're in the party, Arn. Get ready. And just because it's funny, also actually, no, wait, no. I need some more elemental coverage. And that would probably mean Morgana? I want to try Morgana Lucky Punch in the front row for once. Actually, I do wonder if you're only using one navigator, if they get more experience. Because I want to be level 27 so that I can get that crazy Mezuki. So I'm sorry, Rise, but we're going Futaba. It's man time! It's a man's life! I was about to say Kamoshida, but I know Kamoshida Man 2nd Avenue, but no. We don't want to know what man's life is like in this city. Never. We are the only mans this place needs. Kamoshida's brand of manliness is, should never exist anywhere.
Huh? Huh? Hi, hi.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because I don't know why, but somebody in the comments has been comparing Kanji to Donkey Kong lately. So that's like kind of, I don't know, weirdly, yeah. It is like granted pretty insulting though of Teddy to do that. Wait, hang on. You're comparing Ryuji to a gorilla. What is this? Like Flack and Max in Advance Wars? See, yeah, like this right here, this is one of the few points where I don't like the way that Q2 handles the characters. I just think that this entire quest kind of fundamentally misunderstands Ryuji and Kanji as characters. So, and I'm going to be ranting about that for this entire screening. So, like, firstly, I don't think they're that similar. They might both be blonde physical electric users who act like thugs, but that's only on the surface. Their reasons for acting like thugs are completely different. Also, yeah, we can see those things marked on the map, and we're gonna look around everywhere because I don't want to miss a chest. There are 3 chests in this screening. And while I'm tracking them down, I will talk about this. So, Kanji acts like a thug because he's overcompensating. He's basically being like super macho because he's scared of appearing effeminate and, you know, because of the prejudices of his time, he's scared of looking gay, which is a very common, sadly, thing for men, like male teenagers in the 2000s. Like, it doesn't make it okay, but it was sadly very common at that time. I am not even going to bother with any of the enemies here. They are way beneath us at this point. I do kind of wish they bumped up the enemy strength a little bit for these special screenings. Whereas Ryuji, on the other hand, like, Ryuji, to me, most reminds me of, Nick Wilde from Zootopia. The reason why he acts like a thug is that he feels that if everybody is gonna treat him like a thug anyway, then why should he act like anything else? Like, that was his whole thing. Everyone was constantly treating him as just, you know, the delinquent. He was the guy who got the track team ruined because of violence. I'm gonna have to just stop for a second, because that thing Naoto just said, Tsutoimasu, I think it was. So, I put that into Google Translate, and it translates it as, I'll kill you. Which, I think it's a little out of character for Naoto to say that, so last time I just translated that as, like, fall. Wait, does Morgana, like, Null win now? Because I passed resist, I think I passed resist wind. Morgana already resists wind. I've got to check this, because I'm pretty sure that just got nulled. Unless this game it's possible to reduce damage to 0, and if it does, it reads as null. Like, I know that in Pokemon Gen 1, it's actually possible to do 0 damage, and that way it just says the attack missed. But yeah, with Ryuji, everyone was treating him like a delinquent, like somebody who'd never fit in, because he didn't originally, like, bleach his hair blonde. He only started doing that when he got that reputation. And he's just like, nobody's gonna accept me, I may as well just be like that. It's like, what was the quote from Nick Wilde in Zootopia? It was, that was a really good quote. Yeah, there it is. If the world's only gonna see a fox as shifty and untrustworthy, there's no point in trying to be anything else. That's a similar mentality to why Ryuji became a delinquent. I wonder if this maybe leaned into, like, maybe this quest is a little lost in translation, because I do wonder if it's leaning into, like, Yankee / Hangure / Yakuza tropes, which may be a little bit, like, less obvious in the English translation. So yeah, this is by far one of my least favorite special screenings. But to be fair, he is one of the youngest. Also, to be fair, you're the same age as him. Though, you know, it is always, especially in high school, it's always the people who are like, oh, you're such a kid. Like, the people who say that are usually the youngest ones themselves. It's like, oh, you like Pokemon, you're such a kid. Meanwhile, I play Call of Duty and I'm a 13-year-old, and I sound like really, really childish in voice chat, and everyone makes fun of me. Okay, that's a little too many things weak to fire for my liking, because I don't really have... That's so dumb. I almost called it Muffire. This, Arn has Muffire, right? I meant, like, Miragi, but yeah. You know what's weird? Before I played this game, I didn't know what the Japanese word for weakness was. It seems to be Gyakuten, which is, like, literally weak points. But, it sounds a little like Gyakuten, which is like, turnabout in Ace Attorney. But that, like, literally means reversal. I would appreciate if the table would die. Nope, the table definitely didn't die there. And that is 2 down. That was a bit of funny mood with us there. I just realized something. If Kanji was, like, not Japanese, I get the feeling he would be one of those kids who play Call of Duty just to look more, like, tough and, like, manly. Yeah, see, that is just the thing. Like, I don't think they're as similar as this thing likes to make them sound. Like, they're really not that alike. But the thing was, he only became violent when people misjudged him, which is actually true of a lot of people, sadly. But yeah, like, I do think that Kanji does care for his friends, and yeah, Ryuji does too, but I think they are pretty wildly different characters. Okay, I can see the reading of the next, chest. Fortunately, the FOEs are gone from this floor. Eventually we'll get that, like... I get the feeling that when we do get that quest to kill the chicken FOE, it's just gonna go down in, like, 1 turn. But the Buster Girl may be a little bit more difficult. Like, I am saving fighting the FOEs until we get the special screenings for them. Because if we're gonna need to do that anyway, like, there's no reason to, you know, be redundant. So yeah, the Gigas is over there, but, pretty sure that's all the chests. So let's go. Now this one is a little different. In the sense that there's 2 Gigases. Which ironically makes this a little bit easier because, finally we actually have to hit weaknesses with, like these things should have been weak to Zio. Because, like, come on, it's a Ryuji Kanji special screening. There should have been things here that are weak to Zio. And yeah, Kanji and Ryuji are the 2, like, well, okay, Ryuji is the slowest party member, beating Kanji by 1 point. So yeah, they're not great with Link skills, because even with the plus 10 speed that Links give you, they're still gonna go last almost all the time. But ironically, this was a little easier than the other one, because there was a little bit less weak to fire. Now all the Gigases are dead, but these things aren't. Yeah, I'm just gonna go rush mode here. Oh, thank you, Kanji! I thought for a moment that rush mode was gonna cost me. Well, one thing they do have in common is they both have great level up quotes. Well, at least they're finally getting along.
そうっすね。はと。
I mean, I do, like, kind of like the angle. There's maybe a little bit of, like, psychological projection going on here, and they both, like, are like, oh, I like that, I like that, towards each other, but, like, still, it's not my personal
あのさ、
favorite of these.
おりゃくっさ
Yeah, you're pushing him out of the way of an enemy, weren't you? Yeah.
てて
Just like how he just... The final battle of Persona 4 is great when you have Kanji in the party.
おいこら
Don't want to totally spoil it, but, like, the animation is amazing. And yep, here we go! Extra fight!
上等だ
So we have both the Daring Gigas and the Beastly Gigas. The Beastly one, I believe, is weak to Ice and Nuke, but if you knock it down, it will use a Scream skill to like, block that. So probably best if we try to Lucky Punch it, actually. Let's just see. Oh yeah, no, Disarm is just the, you're gonna have that backed up by stuff. And by stuff, I mean, Bind Arts. And nope. It's funny to see that going off in the back row. So, were you weak to ice? Well, I mean, we won't find out yet. We definitely know that you don't like being burned. Yeah, second tier magic skills hit for a lot at this point in the game. Unfortunately, the next boss is not weak to them. Oh, first prompt of these! Okay, here we go. Wasn't I saying that I wanted, like, an antidote to the testosterone? I guess that's what they're doing here. And knockdown, nice, okay. This might kill the front Gigas? Let's see. It did, good. So that forces you into the front row. Aha, they are weak to ice. Unfortunately, I didn't get the link going.
光もやるっすね
Doesn't mean that we get to go for another one. There's another one of the more Yaru. I mean, I guess it's not that dismissive. It's like, hey, yeah, you can also do it. And I forgot about that. Right, okay, yeah. I was like, oh, if you knock it down, it uses the thing so that it doesn't be weak to that anymore next time. And then I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna knock it down. Well, okay. Well, I mean, fire? Yeah, it's not weak to that, but it's not like it resisted either. Trying to get the ailment in on this one. Nope. Oh, but we did get the Lucky Punch. Yeah, I did say that this would come in handy. Oh, that sadly means that Kanji didn't really get to do anything in that fight. If the link had hit, it would have been cool, but no. That was pretty smooth, though. No level ups.
よかったっすね
Gotta remember to sell my stuff before I go to the next special screening, though. Yep, that was literally a here comes a new challenger moment. I mean, you did it to save them, so it's fine. But yeah, like, this is the thing, Kanji, like Ryuji doesn't get, like, bashful the way that Kanji does. So, it's, like, I do think they are very different characters.
あざっすその おいこら
I can see Futaba getting on that, but Arn too? That's kind of harsh, especially since they were childhood friends. Yeah, like, this bit is kind of nice, at least.
終わり
Oh, yeah, okay, that's not bad, yeah. My memories of this quest were a little hazy, but, like, I like 70% don't like it, but this part is nice.
確かに んだと
But yeah, that's entirely because he manufactures that tough guy image because society mistreated him and he's... because of, you know, literally toxic masculinity because his shadow poisons you. But that's, like, Kanji's entire arc is about dealing with toxic masculinity. Like, that's why I feel like it's, like, people, like, fixate on the sexuality stuff, and yeah, it is important, but, like, in a way, maybe the stuff about, like, masculinity might resonate more with people, in the Persona 4 remake these days.
あと
But yeah, they both are in a way. I do like that they acknowledge that. Oh yeah, that's nice too, actually. Yeah, maybe this quest is better than I remember it being. Which means that I'm feeling, now I'm worried, because that probably means the next one's worse than I remember. Because I was hyping up the next one that I want to do in this part. Yeah. Yeah, this is... I'm discovering this is not as bad as I thought it was, huh? Like, I hope people don't get the impression that, like, I'm, like, let's playing a game that I didn't really, like... I guess in a way I sort of, like, this is gonna be my redemption for Q2, because, like, I'll tell the full story of it later, but, like... I actually liked this game significantly less than Q1 when I first played it. Like, my first playthrough of this game was... I did not actually enjoy it very much. This is why I put off Let's Playing it for so long, but... I am finding more and more things to like about it. Like, I definitely turned my opinion around of it before I started playing it. I wouldn't have played it, Let's Played it if I hadn't turned around my opinion, but... I like that I'm finding more things to like as we're going through. Futaba? Futaba, please don't write yaoi about them. Like, to be fair, Ryuji gets, like, a ton of, like, yaoi with Joker, which I don't know, I don't know, I didn't really see that. Like, Yusuke maybe more so, but, like, not, and Akechi, yeah, I can totally see Akechi. And Joker yaoi, but, like, Ryuji, it just does feel more platonic to me. It's kind of like the idea of, like, you know, Junpei and Persona 3 male MC just doesn't really make sense to me. Because, like, it kind of feels, like, more sibling-coded in a sense. Because, like, even Junpei and Femsi isn't romantic. But yeah, no offense to people who do ship Ryuji and Joker. I mean, it's a wholesome friendship, and I guess in that is good shipping fuel in a lot of cases. A new bond was formed between the two men. And now, yep, they're developing their unison attack. Ryuji actually gets quite a lot of these, if I'm remembering correctly. And cat interruption. Kanji, just admit you want to make marketable plushies of Morgana. Yeah, it is kind of cool in a way that you've got Ryuji misunderstanding Kanji on first impression like this. Wait, what? Well, this is, again, why is this quest so much better than I thought it would be? Ryuji saying nice things about Morgana? What is this? Tuh. Yeah, I found it kind of interesting that Kanji doesn't own any pets. I guess, you know, he probably wants to keep up his image still, but maybe after, Persona 4 is over, he might. I get the feeling that he'd want those, but he'd have, like, this, like, really cute, really small, like, dog or something.
Eh?
Did Morgana just say Nyani? I think he did. I feel like this is a callback to a dialogue choice you have in Persona 5 at one point. Well, hopefully, Kanji doesn't button mash. And then Morgana died, the end. Oh yeah, we all get experience from that. Oh, Arn didn't level up. But we also get... Skull Bro Bash. Okay, that one's pretty cool. But now, the one that I have been waiting for. Inspiration Investigation. I think Inspiration Manifestation is one of my favorite My Little Pony episodes, I think. In a land where dinosaurs have risen again, there are also stirrings of life in the deep, dark waters. This is Jurassic Land, where history is written anew.
発見完了でございます。
Oh, yeah, they did talk about ammonites earlier. These long-since creatures have recently been... You know, I want to say something? So, Omanite and Omastar were the first time that I realized that, like, Pokemon having two types, that affected the type chart. Like, their weaknesses and resistances. Because, like, I must have hit it with, like, a water move and it was neutral. No, wait, actually, no, it was the first time I realized that rock wasn't immune to electric, only ground was, because I hit an Omastar with an electric move, and I was like, oh, that's super effective, really? And then I'm like, oh, yeah! Rock doesn't nullify electric. Yeah, you're giving us all these screenings because you're bored. Just admit it. I was just thinking about that whole Morgana thing I mentioned earlier. Where did the marketable plushie meme originate from? I've been seeing it a lot lately.
Yoshi.
Do I dare ask why? Oh, right, no, yeah. You know what? To be honest, Yukiko has very strange tastes. Does Persona 4 even have a gift system? I know that 3 does, I know 5 does. Does 4 have a gift system? I want to say it doesn't, because, like, if it did, I'd probably know about it. But if it did have a gift system, I'm sure Yukiko's, like, list of liked gifts would be extremely weird. So yes, the sequel to Shrimp God, Ammonite God. Well, actually, wait, that's Switch-Plays Pokemon, isn't it? Oh wow, Yu-Gi-Oh! In art class? That's an image I want to see. I wish they'd actually shown that. That would have been something. Okay, when does Arn even look? No, she doesn't actually get Miragi yet. And I think with this I'll go... You protect these two while they link. You heal and use fire. And then I guess Naoto can be on support. Oh, that gives me every element except Nuke. Which I have no sub-personas with, so... So we're in the stairs to Area 1 this time. And I've still got Futaba on navigation because I'd really like her to hit level 27. Because, oh boy, that's going to be a good Link persona. Yeah, I do like this version of the theme. We have a very big area of the floor, though. The dirt, the forest. Well, I mean, I guess they used to be in the ocean. I suppose that's, yeah, where they would be. areas where there used to be sea, but the sea all, you know, dried up or got, like, shifted because continents? I don't know. I just know there's a place in Magic School Bus called Jurassic Tether Sea, and, that sea no longer exists, I think. Yeah, that is true.
助かる
So, I guess I can say it now. Remember what I said way earlier, that there is a crossover ship that I kind of have, but it's awkward because, like, in terms of how they are in real life, Yukiko is actually 5 years older than him, so, and, like, in the time of Persona 5, like, Yukiko would be an adult while Yusuke would still be in high school, which, like, ugh. But, like, if it was possible, I feel like it's a ship that works more than it has any right to. Like, I never would have considered how similar these two are until I played this quest in Q2, but now I'm like, you know what? This actually does kind of work. But it's just, the problem is that time travel means that when they get back to their real times, there's going to be a massive age gap. Yeah, areas that were formerly oceans. Yes. Yes, he is. Get used to it. Yeah, what is it with physical ice uses and being, like, really, like, kind of over the top? Because that's Chie as well. I didn't quite make it to like, when I was on my Japan trip in 2024, I was like, me and my mum had this idea of, like, for the day before leaving, taking a train for 2 hours all the way down to Hakone just to see Mount Fuji, and then taking the train back for another 2 hours to get back in time for our, like, airport hotel. I'm glad we decided against that in the end.
なんだと
I mean, yeah. And yeah, like, Yusuke is generally trying to help Yukiko break out of her shell, too. It's like, painful, because it's just like, why, I wish I could ship this, but, like, I can't because of the time difference. Okay, that's a little, yeah. Yusuke has a thing of saying things that don't really mean what you think they mean, but, like, yeah, it reminds me a little bit of Shezo from, what's it called, you know, Shezo from Puyo Puyo, who cannot believe they got away with all of that in an E10 rated game. Oh, right, okay, no, there's water. I was just wondering if there were, yeah, I knew these rivers were important to a quest later. But yeah, I was just hoping that there were, like, there's probably chests somewhere. And no fossils. Kanji's the one who's called Old Man-ji, so yeah, don't steal his thunder in that regard. That's a pun that makes more sense in Japanese, where Yukiko calls him Kanjiji, Jiji being Old Man. We need to try harder. Maybe if we keep searching, a fossil will just appear. That's called sunk cost fallacy, Joker. This is just like in, you know, Pokemon like, when I first played Diamond and Pearl, I love, like, when I first got, like, got to the underground, I spent hours down there just digging up fossils. Just, that was so fun. Like, I love the fact that, like, because in all the other Pokemon games, you just randomly found fossils, just they were either given to you by people, or you just got them by smashing rocks, but I think Diamond and Pearl were the first ones where you actually, like, got to physically dig up the fossils in a minigame, and that was always so fun to me. Doesn't help that I wanted a Rampardos for my main team, because I think Rampardos is cool! And I do get why False Swipe Gaming keeps crapping on Rampardos, because I know that its speed sucks, but, like, in the main game, I gave it Rock Polish, and that was just hilarious, because, like, I love its overkill attack stat. Somebody asked me, like, what my favorite fossil Pokemon is in the comments, and I was just like, probably Rampardos. It's funny, you think I'd like Bastiodon, because, like, you know, I'm an Armanite, and it's a castle, and it's a tank, but, like, it's Rock Steel! That's a horrendously bad tank typing! Ironically, like, you'd think that'd be really tanky, but, like, you combine those two types, you get so many weaknesses, including a double weakness to Earthquake and Fighting, which you don't want on a physical wall. Because they're, like, some of the most common physical moves. Anyway, back to Persona.
だな。すまないな。
No, I'm not going to be mean to him here. Oh, I am very much looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do get some nice bonding between all of the parties here. Northwest, okay. Ah. Okay, good thing. These aren't Yukiko's cookies. They are someone else's cookies. Oh boy. From Q1. Do you remember Yukiko's cookies? I remember Yukiko's cookies. Well, there was a chest here. 900, okay. You know, I'm not even gonna all-out attack, because I want to see this thing die to Lynx. Yep, it died pretty fast to Lynx. Oh, and I forgot to sell my... I was like, oh, I better remember to sell my stuff before I do the next special screening. Up, I forgot. But we need to go here anyway.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I guess a lot of creatures from outer space are based on them. Like, honestly, I feel like if you want inspiration for aliens in fiction, look at the creatures on the very, 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 very bottom of the sea. Because they are just absolutely, like, and maybe that is why Lovecraftian stuff looks all oceany. Although it might have been because H.P. Lovecraft had a phobia of, like, water. But he had a phobia of, like, literally everything, including most races besides his own. Even, like, the Welsh. Apparently, like, the shadow over Innsmouth, like, that whole thing, like, the story about, like, the people who turn out to be secretly interbreeding with fish, like, that was based on his fear that he might be part Welsh. For many reasons, I found myself... Yeah! Yeah, let's leave out the part where one of those many reasons is that he, like, saw, you know, Yusuke's mother having a seizure, and he's like, I could call an ambulance, or... But I mean, art supplies are expensive. I have recently got into doing coloring books, as a recording this, and getting good pencils, that's expensive. Also, yes, the whole eating grass thing. No, I can't see that without thinking of Dedue and Dimitri. But yeah, there have been some nice moments with the reaffirming the bonds of the Phantom Thieves here. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, because Persona 5 is a group of, like... You know... Okay, wow, something just hit me. Okay. So... Persona 4's party, their difficulty, like, their main struggle is being themselves. Like, they have a hard time being their true selves and being open about that. Persona 5's party is completely open with themselves, like, totally open. It's society that doesn't accept them. So, it's kind of like the reverse. You've got a group of people who are repressed, and... versus a group of people who are fully out there and proud, but yet society's trying to repress them. I mean, like, some of P5's party also had trouble, like, Makoto in particular, like, she was very, very repressed until she became a Phantom Thief, but, everyone else was, oh, and Haru kind of as well, but everyone else was pretty open. We found some character developments, but I don't think we can sketch that. That's kind of an abstract concept. And so we continue more towards America, because that's how I memorize directions, because of Carmen Sandiego. Well, you converted Arn into Kung Fu, so you really aren't one to talk. Oh, that's a broken egg in a nest there. I never noticed that on my first visit. Aha, I knew there'd be a chest up here. Oh, that's a... Oh, yeah, because that hit both of them, so the follow-up hits all of them. That's cool. They like to give out these insta-kill, bless, and curse things in special screenings. I did not expect Yosuke to go that crazy for an all-out attack. Oh, that's kind of cool. Are those like what power of like bonds are, or is that just showing me that I unlocked those quests? But it wouldn't be just the quest, because Officer Imposter was also unlocked via like one of those, and that didn't have an item. Okay, got 3 levels there. Yosuke's in a little bit ahead of the pack, but I need him for the boss fight of Junesic Land, so it should be fine. Yes, indeed it is, but... Okay, there is a river here. Because, like, the rivers aren't, like, obviously marked. Maybe, actually, that could work. If you, like, marked in, like, blue where the rivers are when you're drawing the map, that probably would help here. Oh, no. We've had enough eating weird foods lately. Oh, yeah, this used to be an ocean. Whoa! That is a big one. Yeah, like I said, there's no wonder that, like, Lovecraftian stuff is based on these. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, Continental Shift. I was kind of right. I mean, if Naoto's saying it, it's probably accurate. Does it have the perfect golden ratio in its shell? It probably does. That's like a classroom question in Persona 5, isn't it? Or 4. One of the two. Well, you admitted to wanting to eat grass earlier, so you never know. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be amazing. Inspiration investigation complete! And now, for said inspiration. Yeah, they're busy. Let's not interrupt them. This is amazing. This is amazing. Like, yeah, I have not been let down by this special screening, besides the kind of Yusuke pervert reference earlier. Other than that, it's all been pretty good. Okay, wow. Whoever, like, somebody was paid to draw these. I'm not sure.
いいセンスだ。
そんな
Yeah, see, I really like this. Like, it's a dynamic that you would never see outside of this crossover. Yes, as that one vampire would say in Castlevania, Portrait of Ruin, that's it. A painting of the soul! He's Patrick Seitz. I definitely can't do Patrick Seitz's voice, but just, yeah. I'll make you my masterpiece. He wouldn't be a knockoff Dracula without having very, very, very handy quotes. Okay, slight problem with that. It's probably gonna disappear from existence after you get back. And also it might cause a bajillion time paradoxes. I mean, I guess, like, maybe they could be, like, friends in the future. It's just like, this is just one of those things where I'm just like, I do wish I could ship this, but no, unfortunately. Time shenanigans. Yep, they are unlocking a unison attack! It is time for enemies to die with beauty! That's a Blue Blunt quote, isn't it? That's exactly why I did that request first.
任せろ。
Because who needs that hair of Inaba? We've got the power of macho and the power of beauty on our side. Uh-oh. Well, I get the feeling he's probably the one person who'd actually like that. Chie don't help, though. Somebody tackle Chie before she helps.
待ってくれ。
Okay, good, you. He's fine. He's totally fine. Kanji, I'm not sure, but you's fine. And that means next time I'll be fusing that amazing Link persona. But yes, we can now use, Kacho Fugetsu. So it literally means flower, bird, wind, and moon, which I think are cards in the Hanafuda card game as well. It's a term for appreciating the beauty of nature. I like that. It's kind of like how Yusuke's ultimate move in Persona 5 Royal is named Hyaka Ryoran, which is another one of those very Japanese artistic things. I'll say one thing is that, like, when I bring up the sort of the grouping of Yukiko and Yusuke to people, some people have told me that, like, yeah, when you think about it, Yukiko is kind of like the ideal Japanese woman, and Yusuke is like the ideal Japanese man. Or the traditional Japanese man and traditional Japanese woman. So, on that note, I did promise originally to do the last floor of Genetic Land, but as it turns out, I didn't realize we'd unlocked the Yusuke and Yukiko quest. So, yeah. And these are pretty long, so I think I'll confine this part to that, and I'll see you next time for possibly the meat one and then finishing off Genetic Land. I hate to delay the boss, but, like, I want to do all the special screenings, and there are quite a lot of special screenings in this game, I will warn you. There's like 50 of them, I think. But we are making some good progress. So, I'll see you next time.